Hey, what's up, everybody? Ben here. So I'm making this video because a lot of people in the last few months have noticed that I've lost a significant amount of weight, and they've been asking me, like, people been in my inbox, like, Ben, what's your secret? Like, man, you look good. Are you okay? And to be honest with y'all, I'm not even 100% sure how exactly I lost the weight, but I do have a story behind all of it, and I've been reluctant to share because it's my own personal thing. I'm going through it, and you know, but I decided that I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna share what's going on with me, because I know that people are probably concerned. Like, I've actually had people ask, inbox me, hey Ben, are you good? Like, or people are asking people that know me, like, is he all right? So what's been going on with me, y'all, is the start of this year, I think I was almost 300 pounds. I was about 290 something pounds. And I've carried that weight for some time. I've been up and down. Like, my weight goes up and down between 270s and all the way up to about 295. And the lowest I've been in the last probably 15 years is probably about 262 when I did Herbalife. And, I was a big boy. I didn't even really realize how big I was. I look at pictures of me back then and I'm like, damn, I was a big guy. But anyways, what I was in my 290s, and I was working with a trainer. I was working out, but I wasn't losing any weight. Like, my body was like resisting losing weight. And this is like March, January, February time period. I started taking my Herbalife products, the shakes, and in like a month I dropped like 20 pounds. I went from like 290 to like 270 something. And I was like, oh, bet I'm losing weight. And, and I thought maybe it was an Herbalife product, even though I know being a trainer, y'all, I know that amount of weight loss in that short period of time was a lot. But also, when you have a lot of weight to lose, you can lose a lot of weight in a short period of time. Excuse me. Anyways, at that time also, back in February, March time period, y'all, I didn't even really think it was that serious, but there were certain things that were going on in my life health-wise. Like, I wasn't getting a full night's of rest. I would average like 3.5, maybe 4 hours of sleep a night. I would just be up. I was having body pains and aches in different places in my body. Like, what else is going on? I had really bad stomach issues, like GERD issues. Like, I would regurgitate food. I had acid reflux real bad. There were some nights where, like, I couldn't really sleep because the acid reflux was really bad. And, oh man, just business wise, I was going through a lot of different things, a lot of different transitions with different people in my business, different, employees and people that work with me. It was rough, but I was just kind of just bodying it because I'm used to bodying everything. You know what I mean? On top of that, I'm a spiritual healer. I'm a holistic healer. So I work on people. And so there was a lot going on in life, but like I said, it just that's just how life was. So I didn't really make a big deal of it. You know what I mean? On top of that, I had a newborn. My son was about to be 1. And so navigating that and being a single parent, all that, right? And I'm going somewhere with all this. I know y'all are like, Ben, how'd you lose this damn weight? But anyways, so around, I want to say May, I started losing my vision. As I would be driving, I couldn't see the license plate ahead of me. Like each day, my vision was getting worse and worse. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I know that on my father's side of the family, I think one of my father's brothers went blind. I'm not sure. But automatically, I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to go blind. And so each day, like after a week, like things was just real blurry. It was getting worse and worse. And so I went to my brother's house in Bowie, and I was like, bro, like I'm losing my vision. I can't see. And so he was like, you can't, what do you mean? He was like, let me check your blood sugar. Let me check your blood pressure, blood sugar. He checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was fine. He checked my blood sugar, and my blood sugar was almost 500. And for those of you who don't know about blood sugar, your blood sugar is supposed to be like below 100. Mine was at 500. That means that I had a lot of sugar in my blood. So he's like, yo, you need to go to the hospital. He's like, this is damn near stroke numbers. And so I went to like an urgent care. I went to like a nearby place. And the doctor said I was diabetic. He's like, you have diabetes. That's what high blood sugar, your A1C is high, you're diabetic. And so they put me on metformin. And I'm not sure if it's the metformin that's caused me to lose the weight or what, or if it's the type of diabetes that I have that's caused me to lose the weight. But from that point on, I started just dropping weight. So there's been 3 periods over the last 6 months, 4 months actually, that I've lost 10 pounds in 1 week. And so as y'all are seeing me, like, and the way I lost the weight has been a lot of muscle wasting. So I've lost a lot of muscle, right? I lost a lot of muscle, and the weight came off so fast. There are certain periods of times where I looked sick. Like there are certain periods of time where I would be feeling my body, and I'm like, man, like I could feel my collarbone. Like I've sat on planes before, and I could feel my butt muscle, my butt bone on the seat, because I've lost so much weight. And y'all, like, this is the craziest shit ever, because I'm losing this weight. I needed to lose the weight. I was very obese and heavy. I'm losing the weight. I feel better. I'm sleeping better. I don't have the same gut issues. But I'm not losing the weight because I'm exercising and I'm running around and no. The weight's just coming off. And in the midst of it, I'm learning that I have diabetes. It runs in my family. And I can't explain why I'm losing so much weight. Doctors can't really explain why I'm losing so much weight. It's the kind of diabetes I have. I'm on metformin. The blood sugar it averages around 300 now. It hasn't really gone low. I've listened to so many different people. Like, one thing I learned about this diabetes thing is that this thing is for people who are looking for opportunity, because everybody has an opinion. Nobody has a cure, but everybody has an opinion. Some people are saying, oh, go on all fruit diet. Some people are saying, oh, don't eat no sugar. Some people are saying, oh, just balance out your meals. Oh, only eat protein. Oh, don't eat no meat. Like, no diddy. And I'm reading stuff that's like talking about how diabetes is a silent killer and, it could take your life. And when I tell people about it, some people break down and start crying and, and I'm like, fuck, like I got 2 kids. I can't be, like, I'll be honest with y'all. This thing has screwed with my mind, screwed with my emotions big time. And on the outside, y'all are like, oh, Ben, you lost weight. You look good. Are you okay? Like, y'all are almost people are like approaching me like I got some sort of like disease, like almost. And it's crazy because when I was 290, no one ever came up to me. I was like, hey, are you okay? You don't, maybe one person. My camera guy used to talk to me about it, but I don't know. Some people say metformin is kind of like, some people even think I'm on Ozempic or Wegovy, and I'm like, no. And maybe it's the metformin, but I lost 20 pounds before the metformin. So that's what's been going on, y'all. That's I like some of y'all slide on my inbox and ask me, like, you lost weight, like you look good, like how'd you do it? And I might say some shit like, oh, I ate fruits and vegetables, or I might say, oh no, actually I gained weight, I'm 40 pounds heavier. Y'all, I'm just trying to make light of it. This thing is really like, I feel like this thing has been a huge wake-up call. I have had to completely turn my life around. I have had to really like take time to focus on myself and my health. And the one thing that I'm actually realizing is that, yes, it is very diet-based and diet-related, but also it's stress-based. And, I deal with a significant amount of stress in my life, being a business owner, being a parent, there can be stress, and I wasn't always looking after myself, even being in holistic health, being a body worker, like I wasn't always looking after myself. And this has been a wake-up call. I turned 40 this year, and the best thing that I can do, honestly, is really just manage this thing, is really just manage myself, manage what I eat, manage my levels of stress, because what I've realized that my blood sugar goes up if I'm stressed. Like if I have stress is cortisol. And so these days, what I've been doing is really just managing my stress levels, taking care of myself, resting. I went on sabbatical for about 2 weeks. I went to Mexico, I went to Colombia, and while I was in Mexico, I took part in this spiritual ceremony, this almost like an exorcism called Bufo, which is similar to ayahuasca. And the best thing way I could describe it is I died and I came back. And what I can say is that, like, what makes us sick is not even like sickness itself. What makes us sick is like the things that we hold inside of our heart. What makes us sick is not going outside, is not breathing, not living. Those are things that make us sick. And I've been releasing a lot of just stuff ever since that experience in Mexico. And I realized that like a lot of probably what was causing sickness was just stuff. I have a very lengthy story, a very lengthy background that includes a great deal of, childhood trauma, being an immigrant in this country, migrating from Africa, being a business owner, being a minority inside of a minority group, And so, there's a ton of work that that needs to be done. And so, aside from just nutrition, there's things that need to be done um, in life. You know what I mean? To be able to protect ourselves and not get sick. So, I didn't want this to be this lengthy, y'all. I just wanted to just put this out there so that y'all know. And so y'all can stop asking me questions. This is something that I'm trying to figure out. If you know somebody, or if you're somebody that's going through this, and you want to talk, I'd love to talk to you about it. Um, I allow this thing to kind of beat me up for a little bit. I almost let it stop me and restrict me from doing things that I wanted to do. But I just have it in my mind that like diabetes ain't gonna beat me. I'm gonna beat diabetes. And so, if it is a diabetes, I don't know, I had written down on my goal board that I wanted to be 225, and I think I'm 225 right now. So, another way that I look at this is just that this is just a part of my shedding. This is a part of my evolution, my shedding, my new me. This is just where I'm supposed to be. Like, if you look at my picture from before, I could tell you that like that guy was actually sick. Me now, knowing that like I might, possibly be, struggling with blood sugar issues and stuff like that. I couldn't tell because I feel better. I look better. I still got my mobility. I'm sleeping better. I feel like I've actually reverse aged. But anyways, y'all, that's the story behind all this. All right, peace.